Okay guys, this is lines 121 to 124. So this is finishing out page 27. So we're doing the B flat major scale, and it shows you the key signature is now with two flats. So if I haven't told you the trick of figuring out your major key signatures, there is a really easy trick. In sharp keys, the very last sharp is what we call the 7th scale degree. So the next note after it, or the next note up from it, would be the name of the key. So for example, if you're thinking about in D major, you have two sharps. The first sharp is F sharp, and the last sharp is C sharp, always going from left to right. So the last sharp is C sharp in D major, and so you go up to the next line or space depending on which clef you're in, but you just go up after the sharp, and that tells you the name of the major key is D major. So that's really handy. Flats work a little differently. There is another trick. So flats work if you have a bunch of flats, not the last flat, but the one before it is the name of the key. So if you're looking at our key signature for B flat major, we have two flats. So we have B flat on the line or space, again depending on your clef, and then we have E flat. So remember that the flats and sharps are always on the notes that they tell you that are flat or sharp. That's where the little middle of the symbol goes. So that helps you figure out which notes they're talking about. And that's true when they add in accidentals too. If you look at previous lines with the accidentals, notice how they're right on the line or space in front of the note. Okay, so for the flats, again, looking at 121 with our B flat major, which it tells us, but let's see if we can figure it out the other way. So we have the first flat is on the B flat line or space, again, depending on your clef, and then E flat is the last one. So we go back to the first one. So I said the second to last, the penultimate, so not the last, but the one before the last, is the key that we're in. So that happens to be B flat, and therefore we're in B flat major. So with those tricks, you can learn, 7 sharps and what that means and all of that stuff, or 5 flats or whatever. But there are two keys that you just have to know when you see them, because there's just no trick. So the first one would be C major, where there's no sharps and no flats. So that one you just have to know. It's just going to be C major. There's no sharps, no flats. Sometimes it's tricky when you're looking at it and there's no key signature. You're like, wait, there's no key signature. Just know that means C major. And then the other one you would need to know is the one we just played in, because there's only one flat, and that's F major. So if you really wanted to be fancy, the last flat is the 4th scale degree. So if you count down 4, 3, 2, 1, you can find it, what key you're in. But I like doing the other trick. It's a little faster. So just memorize that one flat is F, and no flats, no sharps is C, and then the rest of the tricks will help you figure out what key you're in. Okie dokie, so we're in B flat major, and of course we're going to do our B flat major scale. So you're thinking about your finger patterns, you're thinking about the names of the notes. It asks you to write in the names of the notes. So if you haven't done that while I was talking, then go ahead and pause the video and write in the names of the notes, and then come back and we're going to check your work. All right, so we've got B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to do nice and slow at first to make sure we know what we're doing. So like as if they're half notes. That's speed. 1, 2, ready, go. To that spot and play again with me as a round like we did that last time. So I will play 2 notes and then you start. Okay, now I want to do it faster just to try to get my fingers going a little bit quicker. So we're gonna go twice as fast. So we just went like this. So we're gonna go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Even faster, right? We can do it even faster. So we can do it faster. We can do, to get our bow faster, we can do doubles. go ahead and take out the double and go right into it. So we're going to go 1, 2, ready, and. All right, and again, we can go even faster. You want to try it? All right, let's YOLO it. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Hopefully you did that better than I did. All right, so we're going to move on to the B flat major arpeggio. If you really wanted to get that B flat major scale faster, there's some quick tricks you can do. You can do the long shorts, the Morse code practicing. So you do, and then short long, and then that'll help your fingers. It tricks your fingers into going faster where they normally go slow, so that you can find out the spots that are tricky for you. All right, we're gonna do the B flat arpeggio. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, 123, new note, E flat on the A string. So violins and violas just get to add their fourth finger right next to your D. So you'll have on the A string, you'll have B flat, C, D, E flat. Cellos, we get to shift. Woohoo! So for cellos, it shows you where to shift. It shows you that you're going to play E flat with fourth finger, which would be at like second position, and D with third finger. So you're actually just going to move your hand up, and then you're going to come back for that C and B flat in that extension. When we do the next one, I'm going to tell you a better fingering option for shifting. This one, it makes sense to do this the way they've written it out, but there's a better way in the Yankee Doodle. All right, here we go. 123. Let me find my E flat. Okay, 1, 2, 123. Trouble with that cellos, go ahead and rewind and practice that again, so that you can get that shift back up to 3 for D and 4 for B flat. All right, Yankee Doodle. So violins and violas, this is probably straightforward for you, other than just practicing this finger pattern like that. For cellos, on the second line, we're going to have to shift, and I'm actually going to shift on the C. So we're going to have B flat, then I'm going to shift to 1 for C natural, so that I know where D and E flat are. So that's going to make sense to me. And then I'll come back for the B flat. The reason I didn't do that in 123 was because I think it's silly to shift just for one note. So in 123, if we did that finger pattern, we'd only come back for the B flat and then come back up. But here, we're going to be in that first position for the rest of the time. So we're going to instead look at the C to E flat spot and stay in that second position. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's do it a little bit faster because it does say allegro, right? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good luck to you on this one.